students of B Civil for the subject Advanced Concrete Technology, Unit number 5. Unit 5 includes properties of hardened FRC, that is fiber reinforced concrete, behavior under compression, then tension and flexure of steel fibers, polymeric fibers, GFRC, that is glass fiber reinforced concrete, SFRC, that is steel fiber reinforced concrete, SIFCON, that is slurry infiltrated fiber concrete, SIMCON, that is slurry infiltrated matte concrete. It also includes development, constituent materials, casting, quality control test and physical properties of steel fibers, polymeric fibers, GFRC, SFRC, SIFCON and SIMCON. Now we will see tension and flexure of steel fibers, polymeric fibers, GFRC, that is glass fiber reinforced concrete. Now we will see tension and flexure of steel fibers. Steel fibers are oriented in different directions and their ability to transfer tensile forces depends on their orientation relative to the crack plane. The information about the relative amount of fibers in the different direction is referred to as fiber orientation. If the relative amount of fibers in different direction varies, then the ability of fibers to transfer tensile forces also varies depending on the direction. This will result in the variation of the residual tensile strength in different directions. This notational residual tensile strength is related to the cross section of the concrete. It must not be used for determining the steel stresses in the fibers. The residual tensile strength of steel fiber reinforced concrete is directly proportional to the number of fibers in the crack plane. The relation between the number of fibers in a given cross section, the geometrical characteristics and volume concentration of the fibers and the fiber orientation. Normal concrete with high compressive strength usually shows more brittle behavior. For small amounts of steel fibers added to the concrete, the compressive strength in the concrete does not significantly improve. However, post-cracking ductility of composite may be improved with the addition of steel fibers. During the splitting strength test for conventional concrete, the cylindrical specimens were completely split, but for steel fiber there was only a single crack line that occurred on the cross section from the top loading plate. The crack line also continued the length of the cylindrical specimen. The specimen with steel fiber had greater than forced. It has elastic behavior in tensile test as well as to limited propagation of micro cracks and the composite effect for concrete and steel fibers under load. However, there may be merit in including fibers to provide increased ductility in compressive fuel. Basically, the behavior under flexure is the most important aspect ratio for steel fiber because the practical application is subjected to some kind of bending load. The flexural strength trend on samples with 1% steel fibers increased. In general, the significant improvement in various strength was observed with the inclusion of 1% steel fiber in the conventional concrete. The behavior of cracks propagated on the conventional beam groups under bending showed comparably the crack started from the extreme flexure substrat and gradually inclined to final approach the near point load. The cracking pattern in beams were almost symmetrical and characterized by the load induced that created the flexure shear crack visible enough. The area under the load deflection graph showed the ductility of the beams. It can be seen that the area under the beams containing steel fibers was more than the beams with conventional concrete. So, SFRC, that is steel fiber reinforced concrete beams, had more ductility behavior than normal concrete beams. It can be seen that although the addition of 1% steel fibers increased the ultimate load, the deflection at ultimate load was less than conventional concrete beams. Hence, it can be said that the SFRC, that is steel fiber reinforced concrete beam, were stiffer than conventional concrete beams. The reason can be due to the effect of steel fibers and good bonding between steel fibers with the surrounding concrete, which was act as confinement to the concrete. When the specimens were loaded in bending setup, the maximum tension stress occurs at the bottom and the first crack develops. In the case without fiber, crack develops at near the center and suddenly collapse. On the other hand, ductility was enhanced with the addition of fibers. Specimens with fiber never collapse suddenly and steel fiber holds crack parts together, which was good for making reliable building. So we have seen the tension and the flexure of steel fibers. Now we will see tension and flexure of polymeric fibers. It is well known that certain mechanical properties of concrete and or cementitious composites can be improved by the addition of reinforcing materials such as steel wires, glass and carbon fibers, synthetic polymeric fibers as like polypropylene, polyethylene, polyvinyl alcohol, acrylics, polyamide, polyester. Out of these different synthetic fibers, polypropylene, it is designated as capital PP, double P, fibers have been adjudged as the most efficient because of their low cost, ductility, ease of dispersal, good anchoring capacity, no corrosion, thermal stability, that is high melting point in comparison to other polymer fibers, being chemically inert and stable under alkaline environment of concrete or cementitious composite material, as well as chemically inert and stable under strong acidic environment. It should be noted that the difference between the concrete and cementitious composite are in presence of coarse aggregates. Since the strength and stiffness of coarse aggregate are significantly different from the surrounding matrix, observing the influence of addition of fibers to the matrix becomes difficult in presence of coarse aggregates in the matrix. Typically, coarse aggregates are like inclusion in the matrix. The entire matrix along with the inclusion when subjected to load results in development of internal stresses due to the presence of aggregates, which might help in the initialization of the cracks. On the other hand, fibers are added to control the cracks, thereby addition of the two material fiber, which helps in crack propagation mitigation, and coarse aggregate, which results in crack initiation, may counter the effect of each other. It is also interesting to note that amongst the fiber reinforced cement concrete samples, the one with fibrillated fibers, that is capital F, at 100% gives higher strength but lower ductility in comparison to the one with monofilament fibers, designated as capital M, at 100%, which gives lower strength but large ductility. It can also be observed that initial stiffness is higher for samples with F fibers, that is fibrillated fibers, in comparison to that of the samples with the M fibers, that is monofilament fibers. The differences in behavior between two types of the fibers in hydrated cement paste may be attributed to the fibrillations of the fiber along with the difference in the strength and the modulus of elasticity of the two types of fibers used. The monofilament fibers have been found to be more effective in increasing the strength at maximum stress compared to that of the fibrillated fibers. 4-point flexure tests have also been carried out to determine behavioral changes of the sample with addition of different types of polypropylene fibers, that is F fiber, that is fibrillated fibers, and the M fiber, that is monofilament fibers. Similar to that, it can be observed that the flexural characteristics are significantly different for M fibers, that is fibrillated fibers type fiber, in comparison to that of the M, that is monofilament fiber type fibers. The F type fibers give higher load carrying capacity, whereas M type fibers provide more ductility. The characterization of ductility has been done based on the displacement at maximum load. The addition of fibrillated variety improves the tensile strength and flexural capacity of the mix in comparison to that of addition of the monofilament variety. On the other hand, the ductility improvement with addition of fibrillated variety is smaller as compared to that with the addition of monofilament variety. So we have seen the tension and the flexure of polymeric fibers. Now we will see tension and flexure of GFRC, that is glass fiber reinforced concrete. It has been recognized that high strength concrete, that is HSC, has a brittle behavior at ultimate limit state of loading. The addition of closely spaced and uniformly dispersed small fibers to concrete would act as a crack arrestor and would substantially improve its mechanical behavior and ductility. The addition of fibers results in a product which has higher flexural and tensile strength compared with the normal concrete. Many types of fibers are available in practice. Glass fibers, that is GF, is preferred than other types due to high ratio to surface area to weight and high strength properties to unit cost ratio. However, glass fiber, which is originally used in conjunction with cement, was found to be affected by alkaline condition of the cement. The alkali resistant glass fiber, that is ARGF, which is used recently, has overcome this effect and can be effectively used in the concrete. It is observed that with increase in fiber percentage, the splitting tensile strength increases significantly. As the splitting tensile strength increases with the increase in the fiber percentage from 0.0% to 1.2% respectively. The increasing mode of compressive strength and splitting tensile strength can be explained simply that the defects that caused by higher fiber percentage during the micro level, the voids due to fiber debonding and pull-out process, and the weakness of the aggregate interlock due to softening and polymeric characteristics of fibers appear strongly when the concrete fails due to compressive stress. While in splitting tensile test, although the slender specimen subjected to compressive load, the specimen fails due to the induced tensile stresses before reach its ultimate compressive strength capacity. It is safe then to say that with higher percentage of fibers, it is possible that micro cracks formed in the matrix at micro level will be stabilized due to the interaction between the matrix and fibers through bonding, hence postponing the formation of the first major crack in the matrix. Thus, the apparent tensile strength of the matrix can be increased. Hence, it is established that alkali resistant glass fiber, that is ARGF, inclusion in concrete mixtures is more powerful for enhancing tensile strength than compressive strength. The rate of increasing in flexural strength due to addition of fiber is the same as for the splitting tensile strength, which was also ascending at the highest fiber percentage of 1.2%. So we have seen the tension and flexure of GFRC, that is glass fiber reinforced concrete. So these are the YouTube links which are available on the YouTube, that is Dramix steel fiber in precast. Second, concrete steel fiber making machine. Third is fiber reinforced polymer 1. Next is fiber reinforced polymer number 2. Next is GRC GFRC manufacturing by Unistone. Next is IITM, this is IIT Madras, GFRG demo building 2013 underscore 320p. A 6 lakh flat developed by IIT Madras. And next is GFRC glass fiber reinforced concrete vanity with inlaid rocks. So unit 5 includes properties of hardened FRC, that is fiber reinforced concrete, behavior under compression, tension and flexure of steel fibers, polymeric fibers, GFRC, that is glass fiber reinforced concrete, SFRC, that is steel fiber reinforced concrete, SIFCON, that is slurry inflated fiber concrete, SIMCON, that is slurry inflated matte concrete. It also includes development, constituent materials, casting, quality control, test and physical properties of steel fibers, polymeric fibers, GFRC, SFRC, SIFCON and SIMCON. Thank you all students. Please give me your attendance if you have viewed the video as video topic underscore division underscore roll number underscore self name.